Superheroes are a pretty powerful bunch, but there's always going to be a few heroes that stand out from the rest as being just a little bit over the top. And that's why for today's video, we're going to be counting down the top 10 most overpowered superheroes. Let's hop right into the list, shall we? Coming in at number 10, we've got a bit of an honorable mention with Franklin Richards, as he's not quite old enough to be a proper superhero yet, but man oh man is he ever powerful. Initially believed to be one of the most powerful mutants in all of existence as the son of Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman, it was eventually revealed that Franklin's reality warping powers were so great that he'd altered his own X gene in the past to give an origin story to his own incredible powers. Capable of creating entire universes like some sort of young human celestial, Franklin Richards is one of the most powerful reality manipulators in the entire Marvel Universe. Coming in at number 9, we have Captain Atom. Originally a scientific volunteer named Nathaniel Atom, Nathaniel chose to take part in experiments at a research facility called the Continuum. Originally meant to pilot a special dimensional transfer vehicle during a cross-dimension experiment, Nathaniel was seemingly blown apart and atomized by radiation during the experiment, only to reappear moments later as an energy-based life form. Captain Atom's powers seem almost godlike to an extent, capable of manipulating matter and all of the energy fields associated with it, but with the Captain frequently needing to return to the Continuum whenever he'd begin having issues with remaining corporeal or maintaining control of his powers. And while the Justice League doesn't ally with him often given the potential danger of his radioactive abilities, he really knows how to pack an atomic punch when he's needed. Coming in at number 8, we have Iceman, aka Bobby Drake. As one of the earliest members of the X-Men, Bobby has had a lot of time over the years to explore his powers, and contrary to appearances, he can do far more than just convert his body into ice. Classified as an Omega-level mutant, the most powerful designation there is, Iceman is capable of not only controlling the temperature of all his own molecules, but is able to manipulate water molecules entirely as part of his own mass. This means the possibility for Bobby's powers are as intense and malleable as water itself, allowing him to freeze the blood within enemies' veins, travel instantly through a stream of water, or even cause another ice age if Bobby didn't hold back his full strength. Coming in at number 7, we've got to go with Barry Allen, aka The Flash. Barry's powers come from a deep connection to the Speed Force. He's not simply capable of moving extremely fast like many superheroes, but is actually using energy from the very concept of speed itself. The Speed Force allows Barry to travel at practically limitless rates, racing any potential adversary, and even allowing the Flash to travel through time and even alternate realities, moving so fast that he's capable of whizzing right past these fundamental laws of reality. Add enhanced senses and a whole lot of other perks to the Flash's power set, and he stands out as one of the most well-rounded and powerful members of the Justice League. Coming in at number 6, we have Thor Odinson, the God of Thunder. While several Marvel and DC superheroes have godlike powers, Thor is one of the very few that counts as a literal god. Having protected both Midgard and Asgard for thousands upon thousands of years, Thor has been able to hold off the Hulk in single combat, teamed up with a millennia's worth of his own selves to defeat Gore the God Butcher, and been able to both wield and reforge the unstoppable hammer, Mjolnir. Combined with eons of combat experience and the strength of Asgard flowing through his veins, and Thor is a hero that'll continue to be one of the most overpowered protectors of Earth for many thousands of years to come. Coming in at number 5, we have Robert Reynolds, aka the Sentry. For years, the Sentry has been one of the physically strongest Avengers, claiming to wield the strength of 1,000,000 exploding suns. But with all of these powers comes the major downside of the Void, a representation of Robert's negative personality that must be fought against every time he uses his powers. Despite this frequent setback, the Sentry has long been one of the most important members of the Avengers team, iconically dispatching Carnage in a situation when no one else could, and being a last defense against some of the stronger foes that have ever attempted to invade the planet Earth. Coming in at number 4, we have the Man of Steel himself, Superman. The last son of the doomed planet Krypton, Superman is a beacon to the rest of the DC universe, a symbol of how good and hope-inspiring a superhero should be, and he luckily has the power set to back it up. Unless kryptonite or magic is involved, Superman can practically do anything, and the limits of his strength seem to only be self-imposed ones so that he doesn't literally shatter the planet with each punch. But even with all of this power, Superman never wavers in his quest for truth and justice, and remains a steadfast inspiration for everyone. All of that power and the world's most hopeful outlook? That's one hell of an overpowered combination. Coming in at number 3, we have Dr. Manhattan. The only being from the Watchmen universe with actual superpowers, Dr. Manhattan's powers compensate for his uniqueness by making him nearly unstoppable. Capable of seeing the entire timeline of existence at once, Dr. Manhattan has such godlike power that he could barely relate to being human at all anymore, and seems capable of any task he puts his mind to, such as creating an elaborate palace on Mars, to altering the entire course of the DC universe during the events of the New 52. Whatever the future holds for Dr. Manhattan, we can rest assured that he'll be viewing it through an unknowable, different lens than our own. Coming in at number 2, we have Bruce Wayne, aka the Batman. As a member of the Justice League with no actual superpowers, Batman has somehow been able to keep up with aliens, metahumans, and even literal gods, and does such a good job of it that he's considered one of the League's most important and essential members. No matter what situation gets thrown at Batman, whether he's fighting with a team or tremendously outgunned on his own, Batman somehow always manages to save the day and defeat the villain, meaning that one of the most overpowered characters in comic books might just be the guy who technically isn't supposed to have any powers except for being rich and being smart. And finally, coming in at our top spot, we have the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk has always had one of the most overpowered abilities in the entire Marvel universe, with his literally limitless strength still yet to find a breaking point, but an extra ability that earns the Hulk a top spot on this list is his recently revealed power to be incapable of dying. With all Gamma creatures being connected to the dark being known as the One Below All, the Hulk has gained the ability to rise from the dead at night, even if his Bruce Banner form had only died the previous day. Combined with his already incredible talent for healing and regeneration, and the Hulk seems to be more unstoppable than he's ever been in the past. That's all the time we have for today's list, so thank you all so much for watching. As always, I've been Josh Busker, and I'll see you all next time, Nerd Squad.